And we are back once again to Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade. Today, we are doing the brand new event, Blue and 100 Oddities. This seems like it may be a Gojo-centric event, since it references blue, but who knows, maybe the cursed spirits are blue. Blue and 100 Oddities Prologue. During the Kamakura period, there was a certain monk, an entertainer dressed as a monk who tells stories while playing the biwa. He is what is known as a biwa monk. Strange. So, is he a monk or is he an entertainer? Because he says an entertainer dressed as a monk. So, wouldn't that not actually be a monk? Among them, he was such a master of ghost stories that it was said, even demons will cry and run away if they hear one of his stories. Sounds like he may have cursed speech. One day, he finally received a call from the local warlord, telling him, "Stop scaring the people with scary stories." Why did he put a question mark at the end of this? This is supposed to be a command. So Geto's telling the story all wrong, or at least the translation or whatever. Also, what is up with this story? One day he finally received a call from the local warlord. Shouldn't he got a letter? Or maybe a servant messenger came over to him from the warlord to tell him, "Hey, stop telling scary stories." On the contrary, the warlord heard about the monk's reputation and decided to employ him. That was a good story. Sure, if that was all. But of course, it didn't end there. One night, he was summoned by the warlord and came to this shrine. It was a huge event that brought together not only the warlord's servant samurai, but also the warlord's wife and children. The monk performed here as ordered by the warlord. As a result, the warlord's children burst into tears in fear. His wife fainted, and the enraged warlord tortured him to death. Since then, this place has become known as a haunted shrine. It is said that if you tell a scary story here, a monk who has transformed into a demon and resents this earthly world will come playing the music of a biwa. I love how they're both just unimpressed. They're probably thinking Geto's gonna play a prank, or at least that they would be more scared in this place if they told that story and that legend. Is that something you thought up, or is it a real lore? I think that's a little bit of a subtitling error. Or is it a real lore? Shouldn't it be, or is it real lore? Yeah, get rid of the A, and that sounds a little better. Ha! It would be rude to reveal that in a ghost story. I bet you just read what was on the wrapping. This is episode 50. Should we continue? Wrapping. Episode 50? So did he get this from like an episode of a show? Is this a comic that he read? So yeah, I'm very confused at where he could have gotten this story. I told you, we have to finish telling all 100 stories. It's said that this kind of ritual becomes even more dangerous if you stop it halfway through. Okay, so I think what she meant by episode is that she meant stories. So probably a little bit of a translation subtitling error. Or unless she refers to stories as episodes. Then let's continue. The Hakyamonogatari. I hope I'm saying that right. Alright. So it's these three goofballs. We're doing another flashback event. Alright. That should be fun. Hanging out with these three, seeing more adventures with them. I wonder how many is gonna be here. Is it gonna be like a 6-part event or a 5-part event? Need green. Oh, we already have our next cutscene. I thought we were at least gonna have a battle, and then the next one will be a cutscene. Blue and 100 Oddities, Episode 1. You guys will go to a port town now. Summer vacation? I wouldn't mind if the cursed spirits are allowed to take a vacation too. So it's related to cursed spirits. Probably. Probably? That's pretty vague. Many people are reported missing. The people who were found are seriously injured and in a coma. Windows are currently searching for witnesses and testimony. With so many uncertainties, why are we rushing to act this time only? It's simply because it's quite a distance from here to the scene. With the damage already occurring, it would be too late to wait for a report from Windows before taking action. In short, we need to arrive at the scene early to exorcise the cursed spirit, and we take Shoko as insurance in case anyone was injured. Insurance? Well, that's fine. The details of the mission will be sent via email once finalized. Depending on the situation, you may have to wait for a while on site. But this is only part of your mission, so don't let your guard down. Okay? Yes! Phew! Thank you for the meal. Ekaben is the best. Did you hear what Sensei said? Don't let your guard down. Of course I heard. I'm not letting my guard down. And I won't. By the way, I heard the seafood in the town we're heading to is delicious. Apparently, it used to be quite a popular tourist spot. I need to make sure I'm hungry by dinner time. Did you bring your swimsuit? Oh, it's still cold. But it just looks like you're letting your guard down. How about lunchbox, drinks, and ice cream? The famous Hakyamonogatari manju is also on sale. Hakyamonogatari manju? Wow, that's a cute package. Thank you. It's a specialty of the port town up ahead. Would you like one? Can I have some frozen mandarins? Apparently, the town we're heading to is famous for ghost stories. Because why would they be in a shrine the first cutscene and then be here, because that must have been a flash forward to events later on instead of being a flashback. Or unless these kids just love to go to places and tell ghost stories and just see if anything happens at those shrines or haunted places. It may be related to this case. These frozen mandarins are delicious! Would you like some? Why don't you take a little nap? So, did Shoko knock him out? Or, like, was she just trying to suggest a nap to Gojo? Also, I'm guessing this is before hidden inventory. So, Gojo still doesn't have red or purple. So, yeah, all he can do is blue. Yeah, we already saw like one event from, I don't know what you want to call Gojo's team, but this isn't the first time we saw them before hidden inventory. Yeah, imaginary. Next battle. More green. Need more damage boost. More attacks. Attack together as one. They're not doing bad. I mean, this is super easy, but they're working pretty well as a team. Blow them away, Mechamaru! Alright, let's see. They're finally gonna land at the port town. Blue and 100 Oddities, Episode 2. While Gojo's group is heading to the port town, at Jujutsu High... Nanami, what are you doing? Okay, this is a little interesting. So instead of sticking with just Gojo's group, we're seeing some of the other characters from back then. So, Hibara, Nanami... Hopefully we get to see some of the other characters. I would love to see what they're doing at this time as well. I am reading. Please be quiet. Oh, sorry to interrupt. By the way, I haven't seen Gojo and the others today. They should be on the Shinkansen by now. They will stay in a seaside town today or tomorrow. That's nice. Sounds like a fun school trip. It's not fun. It's a mission. The air feels so fresh. There's a lot of nature in Jujutsu High, but it's different. You can smell the seashore here. It's obvious that it was a popular tourist destination. I feel like I'm being healed right away. except for one person. Ah, I have a headache. It feels tingly. So did Shoko actually knock him out? That's because you ate all the frozen mandarins at once. It's because you guys didn't eat. It would have been a waste to leave them. What should we do? Shall we go to an inn? Well, there's something to do before that. Haha, it's cold! Come on, Suguru. Just putting your feet in feels good. I'll pass. Ha! Is it okay to be so relaxed? Well, we haven't received the mission email yet. It's okay to go on the loose for a bit. Maybe it's just me, but I feel Geto is so different in the game compared to how he is in Hidden Inventory. Like, in the game, he's pretty serious about missions, while back in Hidden Inventory, it seemed like him and Gojo were always on the same page. Like, everyone was a bit goofier in Hidden Inventory, and Shoko was the more serious one, but she could have a little bit of fun. While in this, it seems that Shoko is the most serious one, while Geto is still on the serious side, but obviously not as much as Shoko. And Gojo's by himself, being the more relaxed one. Hey, let's go shopping for the night. Snacks, cards, and yes, let's have fireworks! Is this in the category of a bit? Maybe too loose. From Satoru. Sensei! Can fireworks be expensed? I love it. How Yaga is so tired of them. I wonder how long he's already been with them. He's already used to their antics, but he looks so tired from dealing with this so often. But I do love this. I really wish he would be on the team, or at least we would see missions with him instead of just those three. Yeah, I would love to see him use his puppets to try and fight cursed spirits. Come on, let's get back to the story. I wonder what the creature is gonna be. I'm guessing it's probably going to be the monk, but just in a messed up form. Because that's the closest thing I can think of what we could be battling. A person with a biwa. Man, there's actually quite a few stages we gotta do. So I'm guessing there's probably going to be 6. If this one is the 4th one, then that one's not gonna have one. Then that's gonna be 5. Then boom, and then yeah. So I guess it's gonna have 6 cutscenes, not including the prologue, which is probably just going to be a recap of the prologue, which is probably going to be like the 5th one. Or no, I guess 2 back-to-back fights. I thought this was going to be another story, so I guess it is just going to be 5 parts, or 5 episodes. 6 if you want to include the prologue. I thought it was going to be 7. Cannot act due to stun. The team up we should have saw in the show. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see them interact at all, I don't think. Yeah, Mechamaru just battled Panda, and so Megumi didn't battle him. A little bit more reward. Alright, this one has actual part 3. Blue and 100 Oddities, Episode 3. We're staying here tonight? Wow. And this place kind of looks nice. I wonder how big the rooms are. It's a nice inn. And it even has a hot spring. After we take a bath, though it's still a little early, shall we have dinner? Okay, what's on the menu for dinner? Isn't it a sashimi set meal? I just heard the waitress talking. There will be lobsters. Really? After the meal, Gojo and the others change into their uniforms in preparation for the mission. But yes, 8 cutting and sequence. Would you like to enable sequence restriction? Not necessary. It's too complicated. Right. But more importantly, those lobsters we had were really delicious. You're still saying that, but I get it. It's so fresh and plump. It might even be worth buying as a souvenir. But if we keep doing this, I'm afraid we'll really forget our original purpose. Right. After this, I'll go to the hot spring again. Yep. Revolution. Let's get a good look at this portrait. This one's a pretty nice one. Just them chilling, playing cards, eating snacks. I guess waiting for the email or text. It's supposed to be an email, but why wouldn't they just get a text? Also, what time is this that they have phones? They're getting emails, and their phones are still really small. I'm pretty sure in the flashback to Hidden Inventory that their phones were small. Like, I'm sure it's flip phones, but how early in life was this? Because I feel like in present day time, it's like the 2020s. And Gojo is like, what? I guess in his 30s? So these adventures probably took place in like the 2000s. I don't know how old Gojo is here. Maybe 16, 17? Huh? That's impossible! It's Satoru's turn. Get it out quickly. Is weight available? No. What does he have to get out? Because this sounds kind of embarrassing, whatever they're saying. Like the way they say, get it out, instead of just saying whatever it is. Grr. Suguru. Your phone is ringing. It's from Sensei. I guess it's about the mission. It's important. This is no time to play Daifugo. Answer the phone quickly. He ran away. Hello. I'm sure you behaved reasonably while waiting, right? Of course. I don't really trust you when you talk like that. Anyway, let's move on. Regarding the mission. What did Sensei say? Why doesn't he just put it on speaker for everyone to listen to it? The details of the mission are determined. He said he'll send an email later. So the mission is determined, but he'll send it later in an email? Or did he tell Geto, but the full details are in the email for later? Apparently, one of the missing people has been rescued, so the investigation progressed rapidly. The person being rescued is a male university student who came from another prefecture for leisure. According to him, a demon appeared and abducted everyone. A demon? And he heard a sound of some string instrument that day. And this is the most important point. When the demon appeared, they were telling Hakio Monogatari. Hakio Monogatari? Scary stories, I guess. Let's head to the scene now. Ha! I've already gone to the hot spring. I haven't even set off fireworks yet. Oh, by the way, it's not directly related to the mission, but I have a message for you from Sensei. Fireworks are at your own expense. Stingy! That's obvious. Alright, let's kick these curses' asses. Finally, the mission actually begins. I wonder if we're gonna have one, cutscene of us just actually investigating, finding the people, and then we'll see the creature and battle it. Or if the next cutscene is the final cutscene, where we do all of that all in one go. Because it'll probably be a two-part cutscene. Like one before the battle and one after. Blast them away! Alright, cleared 5. So yeah, who knows if we'll have 2 battles, and then the final cutscene, or at least 1 battle, then the second to last cutscene. And then the final battle with the last cutscene. I'm surprised this one didn't have any original characters. It kind of feels like when we're in the past, there's no original characters. But whenever we're in modern time, they always shoe in an extra character. Kawaii. They just shoot webs at us? Disgusting. Attack him with wind and fire! How much damage was that? Damn, I want to see how much damage. Alright, let's see if this has a cutscene or if it's the next one. Yep, one more cutscene before the end. Let's see who this big bad is. Blue and 100 Oddities, Episode 4. I've already washed sweat away, but I have to go back to the hot spring later. And the fireworks are at my own expense, which sucks. That's what you deserve. Hey, there are a few houses here. Is this really the right place? Of course. The shrine is on the outskirts, right? I had a really bad feeling about this place since I got here. As expected of Satoru. See, here it is. Yeah, this is a creepy shrine. I'd be scared to go in here. Maybe there might be an axe-wielding monk. Okay, let's pull ourselves together. We should solve it quickly, then set off fireworks. Do you want to pull yourself together or loosen yourself? This seems to be the place where the town's tutelary deity was enshrined. Wow, you know a lot. It was written in this. Wrapping paper for Hokuyo Monogatari Manju. When did you buy it? Never mind. There is something strange about the residuals left in this shrine. Only thick on the inside. In other words, it is highly likely that the missing students were drawn into the cursed spirit's barrier. What did Sensei say in the email? The demon appeared just as the students had finished telling their Hakuyo Monogatari. It also includes the way of telling Hakuyo Monogatari that the students used. Rule 1. Prepare 100 lit candles. Rule 2. After telling each ghost story, blow out 1 candle. And Rule 3. Stop telling stories at the 99th one. Then wait for the morning with 1 candle still burning. I guess the students broke Rule 3. They told episode 100 that shouldn't be told, and that triggered them to be drawn into the barrier. On the other hand, if we break the exact same rule, we can come face to face with the cursed spirit that had abducted the students. That's it. Let's get started. Yeah, but I wonder if we can come up with 100 scary stories. I think we'll run out of material halfway through. Apparently, there don't have to be ghosts or monsters. Stories about strange things in everyday life should do the same. It's still a hassle though. Well, you can outsource as many materials as you want by cell phone. Be grateful for the benefits of modern civilization. Your phone is ringing. It's from Gojo. Huh. Hello. Hi. I'm doing Hakuyo Monogatari now, and I'm collecting scary stories. Scary stories? Ghost stories? How nice! It feels like an early start to summer. Do you have any good stories? I think Hayabara probably has some. Leave it to me! There are 3 stories I can think of right away. Then can you give the phone to Hayabara? I'll put you on speaker now, so I don't have to repeat it. Is it really okay to count it in that way? If it can't even be this flexible, I'll blow up this whole shrine. Well, I'm ready, please. This is something that happened to my grandfather when he was young. For the mission? No, I guess he's just playing around. I love that Nanami doesn't even believe that's actually for the mission. It is a ridiculous mission that they have to say ghost stories to trigger the cursed spirit. But yeah, coming up with 100 ghost stories, that seems like it would be impossible. Especially in what, 8 hours? Like how long do they have to keep this up till morning? I think usually night till morning is like 9 hours? Maybe 8 hours? So it's like, how quick can the stories be? Like, can they be under a minute? Or do they have to be like 3-5 minutes? By adding a minute to each story, you skyrocket how much time they have to spend there. And then they still have to wait for morning with the last candle at the very end. Also, if the others aren't listening to the story, does that still count? Like, can everyone say stories by themselves so people don't really have to listen? Because I swear, I would be on YouTube or watching some movie somewhere else while someone else says some stories. Alright, we got all that. Now time for the final battle. I wonder what he's gonna look like. Blue and 100 Oddities, Episode 5. During the Kamakura period, there was a certain monk. So yeah, we're back to this. So the prologue was actually a flash forward in that we were nearly done with the story mode. But now, we had to go all the way back to the beginning just to come back to this part. An entertainer dressed as a monk who tells stories while playing the biwa. He is what is known as a biwa monk. Among them, he was a master of ghost stories that was said even demons will cry and run away if they hear one of his stories. One day, he finally received a call from the local warlord, telling him to stop scaring the people with scary stories. On the contrary, the warlord heard about the monk's reputation and decided to employ him. That was a good story. Sure, if that was all. But of course it didn't end there. One night, he was summoned by the warlord and came to the shrine. It was a huge event that brought together not only the warlord's servant samurai, but also the warlord's wife and children. The monk performed here as ordered by the warlord. As a result, the warlord's children burst into tears in fear. His wife fainted, and the enraged warlord tortured him to death. Since then, this place has become known as a haunted shrine. It is said that if you tell a scary story here, a monk who has transformed into a demon and resents the earthly world will come playing the music of a biwa. Is that something you thought up? Or is it real lore? Ha! It would be rude to reveal that in a ghost story. I bet you just read what was on the wrapping. This is episode 50. Should we continue? I've told you, we have to finish telling all 100 stories. It's said that this kind of ritual becomes even more dangerous if you stop it halfway through. Then let's continue. The Hakuyo Monogatari. A mother who abandoned her baby met a stranger child a few years later. When she asked, "Who is your mother?" to the child, "It's you!" Wow, that is actually a stupid story. And that's one of the ones that apparently lasts less than a minute. Because she started off with the mother who abandoned her child, and then ended it with the child coming back. So yeah, that was like less than a minute. Maybe less than 30 seconds. Too cheesy. That was concise and good. Whether it's scary or not is another matter. One word too many. I stood in front of the third stall in the women's restroom, knocked 3 times, and said, "Hanako, let's play." Then, from the stall where no one should be, a yes came in reply. Gojo, did you enter the women's restroom? No, but it's even scarier when I tell you as my own experience. Hanako of the toilet has been confirmed to be a special grade. To us sorcerers, it's just a sighting. I bravely opened the front door, But there was no one there. Just as I breathed a sigh of relief, the phone rang. This is Mary. I'm... behind you? Diagonally behind you. Ah, you shifted a little. Yuri, why did you suddenly stand up? I've got no more material. Besides, if we get to episode 100, the cursed spirit will appear. I'll wait at the inn. Bye. Is it okay to let her go? Oh well, we can't make Shoko fight anyway. Now, let's continue. Man, I really hate that. Shoko really has no combat abilities at all. They can't even do what they did for Yuji, which is just give her a weapon. Because Yuji in the first season really didn't have cursed energy to fight with. He could see curses and had an object in him, like making him stronger. But of course he trained. Like Shoko as a normal sorcerer should be able to fight with the others. Of course not as well because she doesn't have a cursed technique like everyone else. But she should be able to use weapons or have enough cursed energy to protect herself from hits. He passes the same person every morning. That's when he realized this underpass is a loop. This is episode 90. Phew. Satoru, isn't it a bit noisy outside? It almost sounds like a biwa. Maybe Shoko is mad because she got lost. More importantly, this one-on-one ghost story battle is finally reaching its climax. Since when did it become a battle? When the woman removed her mask, how shocking! Her mouth was torn up to her ears. That's careless. But this is episode 100. All that's left now is to blow out the last candle. So we're ready to summon the cursed spirit? Honestly, whose stories are scarier? Yeah, your ghost stories weren't bad either. However, they just fell one step short of mine. You mean the story of Mary? Ooh, the hour of rabbits. Okay, this thing is actually kind of crazy looking. It's got eyes all over its face, but they don't have pupils. But it has eyes on its biwa that do have pupils. Also, it's got a long, squishy neck. Like, yeah, that is just super strange that the thin neck just goes out and comes back into the head. I thought this monk would have been bald, but apparently he has long flowing hair. And the biwa is kind of cool. He is just wearing normal monk uniform or robes. It's been so noisy for a while now. Yeah, let's decide the winner after we defeat this one. I wonder, is this thing even a special grade? Like, if not, then this is overkill. Because I'm guessing they're just going on this mission just because it was mysterious and they couldn't figure out what was going on with the people. But if this thing is just a second grade, third grade, maybe even first grade spirit. But I'm guessing in the end, that story that he said was actually true. And so this monk was coming to people that were telling scary stories. And if they couldn't finish them, it's like, alright, you're cursed or killed. Yawn. I'd like to go to the hot spring before breakfast. Are they both back? Good morning. They're both sleeping well, even without laying out a futon. But well, I guess they worked hard until late. I'll let them sleep until the Shinkansen comes back. So, the missing people were safe. After exorcising the cursed spirit, we handed them over to Windows. They will deal with them appropriately. Good. I was worried about what would happen at first. And we were in travel mode and careless. My ghost stories were definitely scarier. Some person is still in travel mode though. How about lunchbox, drinks, and ice cream? Excuse me, can I have some Hakuyo Monogatari manju? Are you going to buy it? The Hakuyo Monogatari is already over. As a souvenir. Also, I am curious about what it tasted like. Souvenir? Ah! I forgot to buy lobster! Now that the report is over, our mission is truly complete. Yaga-sensei was in a good mood. The casualties in time were kept to a minimum. It can be said to be a great success. He also managed to cut down on expenses by getting his students to pay out of his own pocket. Can't he give me a little leeway? Everyone, thank you for your hard work. Did you come back just now? Yes. It was a tough mission. Wow! I'd love to hear some stories as souvenirs. Souvenir? Right. Take this. And this is for you, Nanami. Manju? And it's half eaten. It wasn't as tasty as I thought. I don't like sweet things. Then you shouldn't have bought it at the first place. I think this should be in the first place instead of at the first place. So, another subtitling or translation error. So, a half-eaten manju can't make the first-year students excited. Okay, I'll give you a proper souvenir. Did you buy something? I did. It's a special one. Alright, this is pretty cool.
どうしてお土産が花火なんですか？
Why did you buy fireworks as souvenirs? Usually the characters are just moving, but in this cutscene we can actually see smoke and the fireworks effects. That's actually pretty cool. The port town we visited this time is famous for fireworks. This was also made by a highly skilled firework maker. He just bought some normal fireworks because he forgot on the train. Satoru, it's not good to tell casual lies. I just love these faces. Geto being disappointed with Gojo and Gojo being like, damn it, why you snitching on me? You just didn't have time to do it because of the mission, right? It's not covered by expenses. I'm footing the bill myself. These fireworks were bought while traveling, so they make a great souvenir. Gojo's rich. He couldn't get some proper fireworks, and why does he care about how much money he loses? I'm guessing until he graduates Jujutsu High that he'll actually get his inheritance. So you really were out on a mission. It hurts me that you would doubt me. Of course I would doubt. It was just like a school trip. A school trip? I guess there were elements of that. Hold on, what is Shoko trying to do? I think she's trying to light another firework with a firework. I also love how everyone has their own individual color. Shoko getting orange, Gojo getting purple. I'm guessing that's supposed to be a reference to his purple, hollow purple. Geto got blue. Not sure if that's a reference to anything. Haibara yellow. And Nanami green. Very nice. I agree. I'm happy to play fireworks with you. Aw, that was very cute. Geto and Nanami rushing away from him not to get burned. And Haibara just being happy to play with fireworks with everyone. Okay, okay. Don't move so much. Traveling is good, but... Huh. After all, our home is more comfortable. Okay, that cutscene was pretty sweet at the very end. At first I thought it was just gonna be wholesome and happy, but it turned really somber at the end. Because if you know the fate of Geto, it's not gonna be like this forever. Traveling, happiness, doesn't last in Jujutsu Kaisen. But overall, that was a really good event. I did love the interactions between Shoko, Gojo, and Geto, and then seeing them also interact with Haibara and Nanami, and a little bit of Yaga. The spirit was pretty decently cool. Not the coolest one we've ever seen, but it was alright. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade. And if you guys did, please make sure to follow me on all my social medias like my Twitter, my Twitch, my YouTube, my DLive, my TikTok, my Kick, Rumble, Odyssey, and Patreon. And check out my second YouTube channel, and like and comment on all my videos, and even join my Discord. There you can stay up to date with everything I choose to do, where my streams, videos, or anything else. But yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Bye.